They're good. So I'll talk to yes.
All right.
Robert will talk. And yes,
All right,
yes.
no problem.
Hi, Lizzie, you can count
Yes.
1 to 10.
Sorry?
You can count 1 to 10 for your.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you.
More. Count.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
How is that? So Tiake, more. Higher, 1 to 10.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us this morning and for sending in all your questions on our SMS line. That's 111 and Switch TV KE. That is on Instagram, Switch TV Kenya on Facebook. Karibuni sana. This next conversation is just one that we just need to sit down, take notes, look at your life, look at that man at that particular point. Was he serious? Look at that chick. Was she? Yeah. It's time for Relationship Circle. We are talking about if he is serious about you. Is he wasting your time? Is he just shy? Is he anti-rada? What is actually happening at the beginning of that relationship? And having this conversation with us is Reverend Lizzie Kamonda. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
And it's a pink affair. I like it.
Thank you so much, Wikari.
Karibu sana.
I'm so excited to be here this morning.
Yes.
Yes.
You're
it's a
here to
great
straighten
honor.
things out.
Yes, we need to. We need to.
What Teseka? Have you been listening to the questions we've been asking the lawyer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
People are
they're
suffering
really
out there.
Yeah, people they're really going through so much.
Yeah.
And they really, really need to know the truth. So that when you mess up with your life, at least you'll know at least at one time you have talked about it, but maybe probably you just ignore the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because these things sometimes you're talked about, but sometimes we ignore. So when the real thing now, the hit comes to you, that is the time now you're like, oh my God, I wish that time I had. I wish that time I listened. I wish that time I made the decision that I could have made. Because you're already in the mess and it's already too late at that particular time. So it's good for people to be talked to so that they can know the path, so that they can be able to choose which path do I want to follow.
Want to take?
Exactly.
Yes. And I love the conversation today because we're talking about, him being or even her being emotionally unavailable, and that is an actual thing.
Yes.
They might be there with you physically, but then emotionally,
I'm telling you.
not. How do you figure that out?
I'm telling you, because let me tell you, I've had stories of people that you hear someone telling you that I've been in a relationship for like 8 years and I didn't know this guy was married, or I didn't know this person, maybe he had someone else.
Yes.
But I've been there and hoping for the best, just for me maybe later to hear the guy is getting married or the woman is getting married.
Yeah.
And you can imagine how that it is.
That's
it's
bad.
a trauma because you have put your whole life in that person's life and you're like, maybe it's gonna work. And now it is, the reality hits on you when years have counted down and you're like, where am I supposed to face? Where am I supposed to do at this particular time? So I've seen those kind of issues that come up, and one of the things that you should know, this person, he's very absent, and the whole thing is not heading anywhere. It's when you are the only person that you always look after the person.
You're the one making the phone calls.
Yes, you're the one
Wewe
who
ndio
makes
like, let's go on a date. Wewe ndio uko na muda sana. Yeye hana muda.
Anna, he's very busy, by the way. They're always very busy. He doesn't really have your time. Every time you call, sometimes he's like, I'll call you later. Actually, he will not call. You're the one you'll still call to check. You said you'll call me. And I've been so busy. You know, he doesn't really have your time. But let me tell you, Mwikari, anybody who really values you, however tight it is, that person will have 5 minutes of his 5 minutes just to test you, and he's like, I'm in a meeting, I'll call you in a while. You know, this person will always, you'll really know that there is that connection. But for you to really know that there is no connection, he's completely absent. Like, you're the one who always conversation, you're the one who initiates the conversations. You're the only person that pushes things, and sometimes, and let me tell you, sometimes you pushes things and sometimes it gets to him and he's like, please,
you're nagging.
You're nagging.
You're too much.
Yes, you're too much. And you see, sometimes as women, we try to like, we try to make it understand, and we try to cover it up for him, like, yeah, he might be busy. Yeah, he's busy.
It is kind of job. Unajua watu wa biashara wananga time.
Yes, he's very busy.
Ameandikwa kwa ofisi.
Angekuwa ako na time yangu. You know, we always try to like we try to cover it. Yeah, we have a lot of excuses because of him, whereas the person is so busy. Of course he's pushing on his life. He only have your time when he's less, you know, when he's like, okay, it's my free time. Yes, it's my free time. I can have her time, you know. But when you're not a priority to him, you're second option to him. Another thing is when it comes to like, you're asking, where is this relationship heading to? You know, it's really a place that you're like,
they will never commit.
They will never, and they will always take you like this. You know,
it's like, I'm waiting for a deal.
Yes, they will always take you like this, and it's like, why are you rushing? Why are you rushing? Where are we rushing to? We still have time. I don't understand why you should rush this thing like this. And you sometimes it makes you feel like, by the way, I'm the one who has a problem.
I think, you see, as a woman, we were not brought up to push people to marry us.
Exactly.
We were taught, wait.
Yes.
Akuje yeye atakuproposia in a grand way.
Exactly.
But then they're not doing it. It's 8 years down the line and they're not doing it.
I'm telling you, and it's like, it's all right. It's okay. And sometimes you ask, where is this relationship heading to? And the person will tell you, let's just go with the flow.
That's a red flag.
Yes.
What
a clear
one. Is this?
Let's just go with the flow. Wherever the flow gonna take us, that's where, as in, it's a clear picture to show you this is a person that doesn't want to commit his emotions anywhere. He just wants you to be there, but he doesn't want to commit anywhere, so that you'll not think, you'll not start, you know, like planning your life with him and all that, and it's like, let's move with the flow. And when a person tells you
to be tied down,
exactly, and when a person tells you let's move with the flow, by the way, he can put you down even for 5 years, because you're waiting for the flow to really, like the chemistry to really become so hit, so that the whole thing can be unveiled. At the end of the day, you find like the guy is wasting your time, or the woman is just wasting your time.
Is this the kind of guy that will tell you let's go with the flow?
Yes.
Mko na yeye hapa hii weekend. Mmeachana, ama you break up, and then 2 months later they're getting married.
Yes.
And they were with you for 8 years.
I'm telling you.
But they were going with the flow.
I'm telling you.
So they locked you down for themselves, but then they were busy looking for the one.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
God.
And also when probably something have occurred and you have realized something is not really right, when you try to bring up the subject, he gets so mad. He really gets so mad. Maybe there is something that you've known, that something that you've discovered, something is not right. He gets mad with you. He really gets mad, and at the end of the day, he will really get mad, and the whole thing will be reversed. You are the one who will start apologizing.
Na si mimi nilikosea.
Wasi wa ulikosea. But now from that issue that you have, maybe the issue that you have started, at the end, he will twist the whole thing. He will twist the whole thing.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah, reverse it. At the end of the day, you'll start asking, why did I even ask him? I think I have a problem. He will reverse the whole thing. At the end of the day, you'll start blaming yourself. You start now begging him, you're really sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't really mean this. You know, he will make you feel so stupid, and he will make you feel like you're so nagging. He will make you feel like, why are you like this? You know, at the end of the day, the issue that you're supposed to discuss is being put aside.
Forgotten.
It's completely forgotten. This is a place where you want to discuss serious matter with the person, but it doesn't give you an avenue to discuss the matter. He doesn't give you the avenue. Every time you bring up something, there is always the reason as to why you cannot discuss the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not now.
Yeah, not
today.
now.
I was in a good mood.
Yes.
Why you
mood? Why you always like this? You always bring up issues that, I mean, we had a very good time, and now you're bringing, why all this? Why you unaribu mood kwa nini?
And then when you look back,
yeah,
wewe ndio unaribingi mood.
I'm telling you.
So now you start seeing, maybe I'm the problem.
I'm telling you.
So slowly you stop addressing the serious issues that you need to be discussing.
Exactly.
And this relationship for the peace.
Yes.
You want peace.
For the peace. You want peace in the relationship. You want the flow to flow well. And you want at least the guy not to see, when you guys you're dating, not to see you are that nagging person. So you want to be seen as a good person. So at the end of the day, the person completely silences you. So you can never ask anything. If you see something is not right, you have to keep quiet. Because you know very well, the moment you start asking, that's another chaos. So you're like, for the peace, let me just keep quiet.
Let's not make a big deal out of it.
I'm telling you, at the end of the day, Mwikali, you realize after some years down the line, the eye opener, you realize, all right, this is the reason as to why he didn't want this and this and this and this. Yeah. When the reality have already hit on you. When the reality have already hit on you. When you ask him a lot of questions, he doesn't like questions.
No.
He doesn't like questions. And mostly for you to for you to understand, today he will say this, tomorrow he'll say another different thing. You know, he want to contradict you.
Oh God.
So today he'll say this thing, tomorrow he'll forget what he said yesterday. And he will come and tell you something else.
Yes.
And sometimes you are like, okay, maybe, you know, you try to convince, okay, maybe it's just small. But let me tell you, those are clear red flags.
Yes.
Those are very clear red flags, like something is not just right. Something is not just right. But sometimes we just ignore, and you're like, all right, let me just wait. Let me tell you, it hits you and you're like, my God.
A couple of years later, you're looking back and you're thinking, I should have just handled it at this point.
I'm telling you.
There was so much less to lose at that point.
Yes.
Right now, maybe you have children, you've already gotten married, but now you're suffering in it. And we're taking a very short commercial break, but if you have any questions around this, please send it in, because I want to talk about the people who are still hung up on their exes when we come back. Are those people even emotionally available for you? That is a clear red flag for me, if you ask me. We're taking a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mwikali. I'm with Reverend Lizzie, and we are talking matters. Are these people in our lives, we're in a relationship with them, are they emotionally available for us? And just before we went on a break, Lizzie, I just asked a question about, someone who's still hung up on their exes, and they're just telling you how they were heartbroken by this chick or by this guy.
Yeah.
But then it's a conversation. Sometimes you'll do something and be like, that is exactly how he used to do it.
Yes.
And this is, maybe not how they used to do it or how she used to do it.
Yes.
Are they really emotionally available?
Yes. And sometimes actually when even people come and they tell you that this is how mine used to be,
yes.
We really try to make excuses with the ones that we have, and we try to make the person understand, like, no, mine is better. So you try to sugarcoat some places. You try to sugarcoat to make the other person feel like, yours, I think it was worse, but I think mine is a better person. We really try to sugarcoat the whole thing. So at the end of the day, that is the time that we will later understand that these were clear red flags that this was not meant to be. And at that particular time, maybe probably you are in a toxic relationship, you're in a toxic marriage, you are messed up in your life, you know. And one of the things also I want to discuss is when someone doesn't want to introduce you to his inner circle or to her inner circle.
So you never know what the boys club looks like, or her girlfriend.
Exactly.
Okay.
This person makes you feel, you know, he will make you feel like, you know, you really matter so much, but he will never, or she will never agree to introduce you or to know the people that matters in his life. You know, he will just be playing his game, but he will be feeling like, okay, maybe probably it's not yet time. Maybe he's waiting for the right time. But let me tell you, Mikali, anybody who is proud to be with you, he's really proud to everybody. Let everybody know this is my girl. Let everybody know this is my man. If there is nothing that is fishy, at least even if he will not introduce you to everybody, but there's some people in his circles. Yeah, there's some important people in his life. He will really want you to meet up with them so that at least they can also be like, they can, you know, like men that are like, just look at this chick and tell me how do you feel about it. But somebody who always, it is you, actually, your circle, it is you and him.
The end.
The end. And in most cases, this guy or this woman, mostly he doesn't even want you guys to go out. He would like to meet you in your house. Or in his house.
Yes.
You know, and he have his reasons, and it's like, you know, I like quiet time.
I'm an introvert.
Yes,
person.
yeah.
I just like to chill at home.
I just like chilling at home.
And that's probably not what you're into. You like to go out.
I'm
you like
telling
to see
you.
people.
And in that perspective, the person will tame you to, like, for you to be that kind of a person that he is and he want to be. You have to agree with these terms and conditions, because you have to, you know, you have to put down your gears so that at least you can be able to give a room for the other person. So at the end of the day, you find like you find like he cares so much about him. He cares so much, or she cares so much about, he doesn't care about your emotions. He doesn't care what you feel.
He puts himself first.
He's always the first person. This is what I like. This is, you know, it's about me and me and me. So your priority doesn't really matter. Your priority doesn't really, he doesn't really care about your priority.
I think the mistake we do as well when that happens is when we give up everything that we like to just kile anasema tu tunafanya. Siapendi kwenda nje. Let's stay in the house. So you lose bits and chunks of yourself. So later ukikuja kuangalia, you lost all your friends.
I'm telling you.
You've
lost yourself. You have lost, because majority of them actually makes you feels like you have a problem, and now you like you really try to work on yourself. So at the end of the day, you even lose your self-esteem because the person have completely reduced you, and you have to come to his level so that you can be able to, you know, you can be able to accommodate the person. So at the end of the day, you find like the person that you used to be, you're no longer that person, because you're trying to accommodate the person to see that if the relationship can be able to work. So at the end of the day, for you to realize, let me tell you, for at the end of the day, even if that relationship ends, it will end, it will leave you in a very messy place.
That's true. And you'll also end up resenting the other person.
Exactly.
And maybe you'll find out about all of this very late as well. That you've given everything. You've sold everything. The most important thing is yourself. So you've sold that out. And what are you getting in return?
Exactly.
I don't think there's anything that is worth you losing yourself.
Nothing.
That's true.
Because if the person that is coming is trying to come in your life, if this person is not making you a better person, because anybody is coming in your life, he's supposed to think how he can or she can contribute in your life to improve you to become a better person. But if this person, you always meet with this person, but there is nothing that you can even hear, or there is nowhere he comes in to like he want to improve your life. Your life doesn't really matter to his life. He doesn't really care if you're okay or you're not okay.
His life is moving on.
Yeah, his life is moving on.
And you've accommodated him.
Exactly.
You've actually switched things to make his life even better and more habitable. It's crazy. We have a few SMSs here for you. All right. Reverend Lizzie. Mtu anasema, Hi, Mikali. I'm Anne from Nakuru. My husband is exactly what you are talking about. He doesn't take questions, and every time I raise an impending issue, it turns out that I'm the one to blame.
Yes.
So this is an eye-opener for me. Please advise. So because we've identified what the problem is, and you've mentioned it very well, how can we advise her to handle this particular situation?
You know, a time comes in someone's life where you really need to face the reality. Because let me tell you, sometimes we carry on these things and you're like, maybe it's going to become better. At the end of the day, you realize that you've wasted years. And by the time you're saying like, let me face the reality, it's already too late for you. And you're like, what am I supposed to do at this particular time? I think she needs to address the issue. She needs to face the reality, however the outcome gonna be. Because however you try to cover up, it's like you're covering up a wound. And it's already, there is a wound. You're trying to cover it up. But at the end of the day, you're not covering, you're not making the wound to heal. At the end of the day, the day you'll cover up, you'll open up that wound. It will be, you know,
infested.
it will be bad. It will be completely be bad. And I think that it's the high time she should face the reality, because if he cannot be able to be talked to, and he cannot be able to discuss the burning issue, he doesn't care about your emotions.
That's true.
He cares about himself. He doesn't care how you feel. And if somebody who loves you, he cares about your feeling. He cares about your comfortability. He cares about how is my wife feeling. We need to address this because I want peace in my house. Because in some cases like that, you find like you are in marriage, but you know, the other person is the only one who is enjoying the whole thing. But as for you, you are in a place, he push you in a place and you're like, I don't want to lose my marriage. So you're holding on to. Whereas the person, he already have his own life somewhere moving on. So the day the reality will hit on you, it will be too late. And I feel like she should address the matter the earlier it is,
the better,
before the wound becomes so bad and it will be too late for her to be able to face the reality. Because maybe probably you have like 5 kids and you're like, I don't know what to do at this particular time. She should address it the earlier it is.
Okay. And you never know. Maybe if you address it, he could actually now see it. So address it and deal with it from that point.
Exactly.
Thank you, Lizzie.
And also, I understand there are some other people, maybe that is how they are, maybe probably, they're like, I don't, you know, they're like, I don't, there are some men, they're like, there is no need of discussing. I don't like all this discussion and all that. Let me just keep it up like that. But I think it's the high time, because he might not know what you're feeling. He might not really know how you feel about you guys don't discuss about the matter. But I think it's the high time you should make him know how you feel. He did this, you guys, you didn't talk about it. He should, you need to have a table meeting where you make him feel you make him understand how you feel about the whole thing. So that you can be able to understand, do you care about my emotions? Do you care about how I feel?
Absolutely. Kuna mwingine yosema, good morning, Mikali and our guest, that's Reverend Lizzie. Following the discussion, and I'm happy that it's about the situation I'm in now. We've been dating for the last 5 years, but then this guy, till now, he seems not ready for marriage. 5 years dating. He keeps postponing meeting my parents officially, and so I'm just confused. I feel like we're not going anywhere, and at some point I feel like starting to look for another man.
Hey, my God. Oh, 5 years.
5 years, that's a lot.
5 years, someone have put you down 5 years and is telling you it's, please, I don't really agree. Somebody who is serious with you, unless you're in school and the person maybe probably you guys, you've already discussed it from the beginning, like this is what I'm pursuing, and after pursuing, it's an agreement between the two of you. But there is no way the person can be able to keep you for leave alone 5 years, for 2 years, still telling you, still like
tutaenda tu.
Leave alone 5 years. Even for 1 year, you should be able to be so clear about the whole thing. But 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, my sister, you should run for your life. You should really, really run for your life. You should really, it is true you're saying like for you to be able to start looking and all those things. But let me tell you, this guy will even keep you for 8 years. He will even keep you for 8 years, still in waiting. At the end of the day, you realize that he will marry someone else. in your place, that is the time your eyes, that is the time now you will be like, okay, I am ready now to go outside there and get somebody.
So usingoje uachwe.
Usingoje uachwe. Wacha usingoje uachwe, heli wewe uachanange, because it will be trauma for you.
Yeah, I mean 5 years and he's still not willing. He keeps postponing. That's a red flag right there. I'm going to say, hi Mwikali, I'm Cecilia from Nyahururu. For me, I am the only person who checks up on him. He is unavailable.
Hey, that is a clear one. That is a clear one. You don't need
that was our number one.
Yes, that was if he doesn't really have your time, there is nobody who will tell you that he loves you.
This is your camera right here. Right
if there is nobody who will tell you that he loves you and the person doesn't have your time. Nobody will tell you that he loves you. He doesn't have time even to SMS you. He doesn't have time to call you. You're the only one who always initiates the conversation. By the way, that is a clear red flag. Something is not just right. Don't try to give an excuse as to why he's not checking on you. That is a clear red flag that something is not just right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sisi, we are married.
Yeah.
13 years now. 13 years now, that business is going well. Though hataki kuulizwa maswali, hata amenifukuza kwa shop, nikae kama housewife. So I think what they are arguing about is the business.
Yeah.
So they have been together for 13 years and then they have a business that's going on well.
Yeah.
But when she's asking about money, anakata kujibiwa, and now she's been kicked from the shop.
I think in such a place like that, you also need to involve some other people. In such a case like that, you also need to involve some parent, because this is a relationship that it's a long time of being in such a marriage like that, and something is not just right, all of a sudden. I think it's a high time that you should involve a third party in the whole thing, so that at least you can be able to look at the balance for the whole thing. Because if you ask him, he have the reason as to why you should not be in the shop. He have his own reason as to why. So if you involve a third party, I believe it's gonna be in a clear picture where he's in a position where he's also able to understand where you're coming from. Because for now, maybe he may be feeling like maybe it's your own issues and all that. But if you involve someone else, maybe he can be able to talk some senses to him. And he can be able to listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi Mwix, my boyfriend hurts me so much every time I ask him about our destiny. He gets so mad.
Yes.
Later, nikajua he was married to 3 wives.
Yes,
Jehovah. Whoa. So she's busy asking about the destiny.
Can you imagine?
But this man is a clear example of emotionally unavailable. Not even emotionally.
Yes.
Not available in all fronts.
Completely. That's why I was saying that they get so mad. Every time you try any serious conversation, they get so mad because where are you heading? Where? I mean, we should be the way we are. Stop trying to bring all these things.
Yes.
Because he knows the game that he's playing with you. He knows, and he knows very well. When you try to bring these things, the game's gonna be, you're gonna mess his game. So he'll try to push you. He'll try to, he gets so mad. At the end of the day.
Because this guy is ridiculous.
Can you imagine?
It's like shame, man.
Yes.
Like what? Hey, Yameni. Hi, Mwikali, looking gorgeous. Thank you. Okay, there's this guy I'm seeing, but it's kind of like bromance. So I want this to be something, but every time I bring in that conversation, he tries his best to assume it.
Yeah.
I feel like he's wasting my time because we have this vibe like we're together, we are not really dating, but let me not find you with someone else kind of conversation. We haven't yet had sex because I'm still holding on to the fact that he's not here just for the sex. Tell me what to do. I am Joy.
They're those ones that they will try to keep you. They will try to keep you. They're like, they will not allow you to go. So he'll try to keep you on by himself, and you'll try to like remove anybody in your circle. Anybody, you will not try to think that you can be able to date. And he will really show you that he's really into it.
And doesn't want to see you with anybody else.
Yeah, he doesn't want to see you with anybody else, but he will not... every time you try to ask where the relationship is heading to, he will try to like stop that conversation. He will actually, you know what they do? They put a very big wall. You even fear to ask. You know, it reach a place you're like, let me not even try. Because every time you try and it's like, you know, that he just changes the face and you're like, all right, that is a no-go zone. I will not even try to go in such a zone like that. So at the end of the day, you find like you are like trying to think that he's really, because he's like you know, he will try to I don't want you know, you'll feel like he's jealous.
Yes.
He really loves you. You'll feel like he's jealous.
Naribu tu,
let me be faithful with this guy.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you realize that he's completely not there.
Okay.
But he wants to keep you. He wants to keep you. He doesn't want to hear you have someone else. He wants to keep you, and mostly he wants to keep you because maybe probably the other side, if it backfire, he have a place to fall to.
Yes.
So he will still try to like work on his circle so that nobody will try to mess up with you or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our time is running out, but I'll run through the questions super fast. Hi, Mwikali and Reverend. I'm dating this exact type of a man that you're discussing for 1 year now. I'm always the one concerned about the future. I am tired and suffocated in this matter. We actually stay together. Is it time for me to move on?
Yeah, it's time. It's time. It's time for you to move on.
Reverend amesema. Hi Mwikali, my husband nikimkosea huaga anaenda kukunywa pombe na marafiki wake and anakam kutoa fujo kwa hao. Please advise me. Tumekaanisha 3 years na yeye. Yeah, I think your question is
yeah, I think you need to address it when he's sober. You need to address it when he's sober, and you need to make him understand. In a serious matter, you make him to understand how you feel.
Yes.
Every time every time there is an issue, he goes out to drink. You make it, he made to understand it when he's sober. You guys, you need to discuss about it when he's sober. And if need be, let there be even a third party. Let the third party be there so that at least he can be able to give also some advice on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mr. Mwikali, that lady is right. I think on all the points, they're not specific. Kuna mwingine anasema, hi Mwikali and Sarah, my hubby took my babies and took them home to live with his mother without my consent. 10 years in marriage, no house, no good life. Please advise. I sleep in their storeroom.
Oh my God.
This seems like a legal issue.
Yeah.
But it's you know, what would you say about this?
Yeah, I think, okay, in the first place, it seems like the guy also, in one way or another, maybe he loves his family. Because for him, even to take the kids to his shags, you know, he loves the kids.
Yeah.
And I think it's the high time you should also be able to involve the parent on both sides for these things to be addressed, so that you can really know where am I in this whole thing.
Yes.
So that at least you can be able to know if the guy is not interested, the only thing he's interested is with the kids,
yes,
then you can be able to move on.
Yes.
Because there are people that they're so much interested with the kids, they are not interested with you, and the game is over with you.
That's
so
true.
I think he should be able to involve the parents so that you can be able to know where am I lining to, where is my place in the whole in this whole thing.
Relationship. So it's okay. You don't have to be there because of the children. One last question, Kasavuli, and then we'll go on a break. Hi Mwikali, moved in with my baby daddy beginning of the year, this year, but this month he told me that he doesn't love me anymore since he was in another relationship and didn't work, but wants me to give him time to heal. I'm never happy because sometimes he does things that make me have second thoughts of giving him time. Should I wait or run as fast as my legs can carry me?
That is what they do. That is what they normally do. They will always tell you about their past.
Yes.
They will always make you feel like they have really gone through so much in their past. They have really gone through so much trauma in their past. And like they want you to heal. You know what they do? They will use you to heal.
Yes.
That is what they will do. They will use you to heal. Immediately they heal, they're out.
Oh God.
So they will use you as a scapegoat. So that maybe probably where they have been, so they will use you to give them a shoulder to lean on.
Yes.
The moment they heal, they're out. They're out.
Okay. So be very careful.
Yes.
Be very careful and address it. And the last bit was very interesting. Run as fast as my legs can carry. Thank you so much for coming, Lizzie.
Thank you so much.
This was beautiful having you on
Wow,
the show.
thank you so much.
How can people get in touch with you directly?
On Facebook, you can find me Lizzie Kamonde. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram. And also you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's meet there.
YouTube channel inaitwaje?
Lizzie Kamonde.
Okay. Sawa
Yes,
sawa.
yes.
We're taking a very short commercial break. When we come back, Her Royals Coffiness will be here alongside Andy_Buffy. I hope I said that right. We'll be right back.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Welcome back to Full Circle. It's Tuesday. That means we have some fitness lined up for you. It's time for Fitness Circle.